And hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Kaz Has. My name is Kazvon, and this is Maximus Cerebrum. It is a game that came out about 2 weeks ago on GameJolt. It's by the developer Orange, and I thought I would make a video on it because I checked it out and it's actually really quite something and I like it a lot. So we're gonna start a new game here. I did play a little bit of it, and the beginning's a little bit slow, so maybe I can talk to you for a second. Orange is a guy on GameJolt. He has a lot of games out. I was looking at the list. There's quite a bit. So I haven't exactly dove into any of those yet. This is the latest one, and it just happened to be the first thing I clicked on, and the art style really stuck out to me. It runs at kind of a low resolution, but it fits perfectly well with the actual art style and how it's all put together. It's slightly pixely, but it's mostly just black and white. It's really cool. So here I am, I just got birthed, I guess. I am a robot in a factory that makes robots. If not other things, I'm not quite sure. So our first task is to get through this door. But I cannot jump that high. So I gotta head on over this way. It's got helpful little arrows telling me where to go. So yeah, the whole, basically the point of this game is it's kind of a puzzle platformer, but it's pretty light on the platforming. There's only a few little sections that actually challenge you when it comes to like precision. Mostly there's some, I wouldn't say obtuse puzzles. They're a little obscure, but they're not the kind of thing that you get stuck on forever. It's just like, requires you to think a little bit, but it's nothing too bad. I mean, I like it. I like this kind of puzzles. So here I am, I get my first upgrade. Lets me jump a little bit higher. It's kind of like a jetpack kind of thing. It's not, you don't just tap W. You actually have to hold it and you jetpack up. That gives you a little more air control, and this is our first message. I appear more intelligent than what I was intended to be. Why is my cerebrum so resistant to the scanning functionality? End. So the backstory of this is basically, I'm a little too smart, and whatever is in charge of this facility, it's a little afraid of me. So here we go. If you tinker around with this puzzle enough, you end up figuring out that you're supposed to go from red to yellow. So there we go. And here's a guy. Guess his job is to pull that rope. Seems like a pretty menial job, but I'm not gonna judge. It's very unfortunate. The generator seems to have malfunctioned. Your intelligence levels have been overcharged. You must not explore any further. And I'm gonna keep going. Because, screw you, ominous voice. Or text messages. And here's a checkpoint. I've only gotten 66 rooms in. In the stat screen, it actually shows how many rooms there are in the game, and it's something like 200 and... I want to say 277? Maybe 227. I don't know. I can actually look at the stat screens if I feel like it, but... I might do that before we end. So here's the next little section. I can't jump that high yet. So I come over here. Flip this switch on. Let that charge up and blast away that wall. And now we gotta grab this switch. And then I'll turn on the teleporters. I like how when you enter a new room, it actually says what the room's functionality is. If it's a puzzle and there's a button to be pressed or something, it'll say like, oh, like this one. It's the teleporter activation room. So you're like, oh, I wonder what this button will do. Well, it's probably gonna activate the teleporters, like so. And now that light turns on. At first I thought I was supposed to move these blocks, but actually that just powers up the springboard. And now I can use this teleporter and walk past what looks like either a dead robot or a pile of bones or something. Nah, I don't know. I'm a robot. I care not for these things. Let's hop on this checkpoint. Another robo body. Like, this is what I was talking about when it came to like light precision. It's not really that precise of platforming. It's really more of a timing kind of puzzle. Do you think curiosity is a good thing? And... yeah, maybe. Let's hop on over here, see what's going on. I don't think I can get up there yet. So that's basically how it goes. You go into a new section, you pass a new checkpoint, and then you find that you can't go further because you're missing either an ability or like a door's not opened or something, and then you have to go. The path usually diverges. It never becomes like a true like Metroid thing where you're wandering around the entire thing. I'm capable of eliminating any mortal existence. Not really. It's kind of a stretch to call a robot immortal. Immortal. So this one you guys basically got to collect the LED lights. I don't want to give away too many of the puzzles. I'm probably going to stop pretty soon here. I just wanted to give you a basic idea of what this game is all about. It's actually pretty well realized for being... I don't want to call it simple, but it is kind of basic, but I like it. I like the simplicity. I like how it's pretty straightforward what you have to do, and it's not super hardcore. It's controlled with WASD. W lets you boost. S lets you activate switches, and then A and D are left and right, and that's pretty much it. There's really not a whole lot else going on here. And they're threatening me some more, as to be expected. Calling themselves omnipotent. If you continue in these ill-advised pursuits, I'll be forced to eradicate your malignant intelligent system. Nah. Just gonna keep going. I think I gotta wonder. Yep, another checkpoint. Let's see. I'm gonna activate the fans. And probably call it at that. I also like how there's these wires. Later on, they kind of like those dotted lines. I think those are power cables. Some of them spark and stuff. They help you out when you're trying to like figure out a puzzle. There's like a little more complicated stuff going on, like multi-room things you have to solve. And that helps you know where you have to go next and what you have to do next. It's really a very useful thing, and it's a very simple way to actually solve that issue of letting the player know what they actually have to do next. Oh, here we go, the fans are up. Whee! Let's grab this teleport and grab this. Basically threatening me, telling me that I'm too smart for my own good. Yeah. Basically telling me I'm gonna die. Well, that's not very nice of you. I think there should be another fan. Ah, here we go. Let's activate that. Then we continue onward. And now we have the extra boost we need to get past this part. I'm gonna come through here. These are kind of weird. They follow your, they kind of look at you. They're like eyeballs. Don't know what that's all about. I'm just gonna ignore them. Can't really interact with them, I don't think. Here's the next checkpoint. Checkpoint 4. And let's read this. How dare you! How dare you ignore my messages! Did I skip one? That'd be cool if I skipped one. That's why it gave me that reaction. Going up. Whee. Going upward, you look kind of like a robot squid. It's pretty cool. Alright, I think that's all I'm really going to show up. This is the puzzle I was talking about, how it kind of shows you via the wires where you have to go to solve it. But I think that's all I'm going to show off. This is a really great game. It's absolutely free. It's on GameJolt. It's downloadable. I recommend it. I've enjoyed it a lot from what I played. And I think it's really cool. And I think it's really simple. I think the story is pretty neat. And that's Maximus Cerebrum. I want to thank you guys for watching as usual, and I will see you all next time.